Hello boys and girls, back in with another video, and you can tell by the title that I purchased the CZ Shadow 2 carry. Full disclosure, this is my first pistol that I've ever purchased, and I never really wanted one until I felt like maybe it's a good idea to have some protection in the house. I think I went with the conceal and carry. I took a conceal and carry class last year because I want to take it serious concerning safety, as well as being familiar with a firearm and how to handle it, and the do's and don'ts, right? So I thought I'll sit up under a teacher and get some professional advice, and I think the conceal and carry class was very good, very informative, and all of that. So initially I wanted a full-size pistol, something with a 5-inch barrel at least. I was looking at the Canic real hard, the steel version, but I don't know. I said, well, let me get something I took a conceal and carry class. Let me get something I can conceal and likely carry without it just pulling my pants down around my ankles, you know. So this gun is a pretty well-built gun. It's not a very lightweight gun, which I like. I didn't want nothing feather light. That is, you know, when I squeeze the trigger, it's bouncing all over the place. The recoil is like ridiculous. I didn't need that. So I went with this one, and I don't regret my purchase. I'm gonna tell you, I have fired the pistol. I have went to pro shots here locally and put a few rounds through it. Actually, I went through about 6 mags and stuff, just trying to get a feel of how it feels and stuff like that. So without further ado, I want to open it up and show you a couple of things that I've got as far as accessories. I kind of wanted to go ahead and make this video because instead of mess around and get the gun and I fully built it out, I didn't want to do that because I'm a kind of guy that's kind of obsessive with things. Once I get a toy, let's not say this is a toy. That's the wrong word. Boys and girls, this is not a toy. But once I get something and I get into something and I know it's things that I want for as optics, lights and stuff like that, I pretty much move pretty fast getting what I want to complete the build. But without further ado, let's go into this bag here. And you wouldn't believe the setup I got for my camera. If y'all saw how I got this camera set up, you would die laughing. I mean, it's crazy. So excuse me if it's real shaky, okay? All right, let's open this up and take a look at this pistol. Oh man, it's so beautiful. I think what attracted me to this gun, man, is that look how beautiful it is, man. And it's not it has nothing in it. It's fully empty. Okay, let me see. Okay. Nothing in it. See? Nothing in. It's kind of smooth. It's like me. I'm not used to cycling this thing, but it's pretty good. I like it. It's got a on this pistol, it has for safety, it has a firearm pin block that makes it a little bit better for conceal and carry compared to the compact version. And it also has this decocker on the back. Right now it's in the full position. If you press this down and put it in a quarter of a cock like that, you see that? And that makes it safe for you to put it in your holster without having to worry about this thing firing, because it makes the trigger a little heavier, which I like the idea of that, because if you pull a firearm, you want, and for any emergency purposes, you want it to be intentional. You want to be intentional about your actions. So I like the fact that first initial pull is kind of, it's hard. And that reset, See that? I did notice something about when I fired this pistol, what was throwing my shots off a little bit. It's going to take me a little more practice with it, is the fact that it goes back so far to fire. You see that? It's all the way back. I'm used to, because I've fired guns before. I'm just saying this is my first purchase, and I'm no professional. I'm not going to give you the reviews that some of your guys that have given you with this firearm has given you before. But I think by you expecting it to hit right in here or something, about right there, but it travels and travels to you back here. I mean, can you see that? You back there, and that's the reset. Hear that? Okay. But it goes back so far. But I mean, all in all, I think that's going to take just some practice with it and all that. So it's very, very nice gun. I've already broke it down and cleaned it and done some other things to it. But I just love this gun. It feels good in the hands. It feels good in the hand. Let me get my hands off that trigger. Nothing's in it, but let me keep my finger off the trigger here. But it really feels like, man, it feels good in the hand. Now, my hands are not huge by no means, but every time I grab something, it just seems like my hands are bigger than I think. But it's really nice. Once you put the mag in, like I said, this is the mag, the empty mag, right? Okay, you got a little extra real estate right there to put that last little finger on. I would say my hand is a mid-size. When I do try to get a purchase on this gun, it's like you kind of want the gas pedal right there, something that you can rest that finger on. So what I find myself doing is just laying my hands in this little groove right here. And this thing is so smooth and well, it's elegant. I mean, like right here, it's just like you feel no rough edges whatsoever on this pistol. It's just beautiful. But I find myself when I'm holding this gun and when trying to get a purchase on it, it's nothing there for me to, like a little gas pedal should be right in here or something. I mean, I might put some stipple something there or something to just so my finger won't slide off there. So I find myself holding it inside this groove. It doesn't bother my firing finger or nothing. So I can hold it like that and just put it in that groove like that and be just as happy as I want to be. You see? Can't really do it holding this. And I like the fact that it's optics ready, and then it's already optics ready, and you can co-witness with this sight in the back. You don't have to remove the sight, the front and back. You can co-witness with your optic and see right through the optic in here. Just in case you have a fail on your sight optic, you can use those this sight right there to co-witness with it. So I think that's very good. And like I said, you know what, I'm gonna be honest with you. I slept with this gun a couple of nights, man. Just holding it in my hand. I ain't have nothing in it, but I just slept holding this gun, man. Who's ever slept with their gun? Okay. So it's just been exciting, man, just to get it, because I just love it. It's just really a clean gun, man. And like I said, I got it I have the right intentions with the gun. This is not a game. It's nothing I play with too much, but I will be having fun on in the firing ranges and stuff, indoors and outdoors. So I know this won't be the last of probably many, because that's just the way I am, you know. So without further ado, I just want to go through a little bit what's in it. I mean, y'all already seen videos. So let's see something. A lock that people swear that they're going to throw away and they don't need, but that's a lock. I would never throw nothing away. And these are cleaning tools right here, actually, that comes in this little bag. This little tool here. Let me see. Okay, it worked that time. I had a hard time with this thing once. So it's got cleaning brushes and stuff like this. See that cleaning brushes, you know, that's where you clean your brow. You put your towel in there and go inside and just hook it in there so you can clean out inside the barrel. I doubt I'll be using any of these brushes scratching up inside. I doubt that's going to be necessary to do. And this is actually a tool. So you would, the way you would do it is you would, let me pay attention to what I'm doing. You screw this in, right? This is actually a tool. You put your brush in here and adapter to whatever you want in there like this, okay? And then you can go clean your gun, right? Always maintenance your gun, keep it well oiled and all that good stuff. I think when you pay this kind of money, and then another thing about the cost, there are a lot of pistols out there that's half the prices of this one. I paid, I got it for a pretty good price compared to what I saw in other areas. I paid, it was like a little bit over $1,400 after taxes. It was on sale for like 13 and some change. So I paid about $1,400, a little bit over $1,400. But I feel like most places I've looked, they're like $1,500 for this gun and stuff like that. So I imagine that you could find it for a better price. Y'all probably know a whole lot more people than I do. I know no one. So that's just how it goes for me. But you got a lot of, I looked at the Canic, the Prime, and I mean, it's a lot of Glocks that you can get that's probably about the size of this. I believe they say the Glock 19 was comparable in size. It's pretty much about the same size. I believe this is a little bit heavier. This thing has a little weight on it. This thing has a little bit weight on it, man. It's got a little weight on it. And it's, the frame is, once I broke it down, took the barrel out and everything, the frame appeared to be a little bit light, but when it's all together, it's got some weight on it, you know? So you would love this gun. Hey, it's not a bad price. When I fired it, it shoots pretty flat. I think it's a better firing arm than I am a shooter. So I think I'm gonna have to really work on my, the purchase that I get on the gun and just my grip altogether. Now, a lot of people say that the grips are slick and because they're metal grips and stuff like that, but they feel kind of good. Now, I like the idea of having that palm swell. I think you would get a better purchase on it. These are kind of narrow, and that's for, it should be for, because this is a conceal and carry pistol. And so you don't want it to be fat and wide and bulky. I looked at the Fusion. I thought that the handle and stuff was kind of wide down there until I held it in hand. That actually felt good, pretty good to me. But it's designed to want to be a little narrow. Now up here along the slide, it's got a little thickness to it and everything, but it's nothing that you're appalled about. You know what I'm saying? You can live with all of that little stuff I'm talking about, but it's just a nice gun. All this stuff, I mean, I've heard people say different things about the gun. I mean, but they got more expertise than I do. So I don't knock what they're saying, and I listen to everything. I actually, when I went to purchase this gun, they say, well, why are you getting this for your first gun, man? Why don't you just go with the big boy, you know, you getting your first gun? Well, I'm thinking about carrying a pistol. I'm thinking about those type of things right now. So I will be in the market for something else. Give it another 3 months. I'll be looking for something else. But yes, this is the CZ Shadow 2. And what really made me go ahead and start trying to do this video is I got something special in the mail today. And that's a light. The TLR7 HLX sub. All right. So rechargeable battery, Streamlight battery. I'm going to put this on. I mean, it was supposed to come in the mail tomorrow. Tonight is Friday 9/11. And, you know, y'all remember 9/11. And so this is, it was supposed to come tomorrow, Saturday. But it came, I looked and tracked it, and it said it's in the mailbox. I'm like, what? Let me go out here. So here I go making a video. So this is going on the pistol tonight. I don't know if I have to charge it up first or what the case may be with it. Sorry about that, fellas. I went with this because um, this is like I don't really now I know why they get the lights that come way out here, because they say if you get up close to someone, it won't fire if you up on them like this. So they got the light out there, so if I put it up on you, it's the gun will still fire. So I understand where they're coming from, but it looks grotesque. It looks like it doesn't fit. I like it where it's flush with the end of the barrel. I don't want it sticking all the way out. If you get that close to me where I can't fire because it's up on you like that or whatever the case may be, then I'm slipping. I'm not paying attention to my surroundings, and I'm totally clueless as to what's going on. And let's say 7 out of 10 times, I'm not that, because you'll never catch me drunk or in a bunch of crowd and with a whole bunch of people doing too much stuff. So I try to be smart about my surroundings, but I understand the purpose of those getting those lights that's overextended. It's a reason for it, fellas, but it's not a good enough reason for me. So let me pause because I want to show you one more thing. All right, gang, I'm back. Well, I wanted to talk about not just that. I wanted to talk about this. The Razor Slim electronic muffs. They work pretty fabulous. I've used them at the range. You literally can turn down the outside noise like a volume. And I thought that was the most fascinating thing I've seen with something like this. I've never thought you could even do that. So you got it. You can turn it on and off here. So that'll muffle out. That'll like turn the volume of the outside noise off on these headphones or whatever you want to call them. But those are called the Razor Slim electronic muffs. So I think that'll be worth trying that brand out. They weren't super duper expensive. I don't really recall how much I paid for them, but I don't know. I don't be thinking. I just be doing stuff. When I see something I like, I think I'll be like, I'll just go with it. But I was also in the gun store. No, I was in the sporting goods store. And I was looking back there and I was looking for some oil and some cleaner. Guy told me he recommended this brand for me because he said it's both a oil as well as a cleaner. So it's a 2-in-1. So when I broke down the pistol and everything and took the barrel out and springs and everything, this is what I had. This is what he recommended. This. It brought that pop back, even though I had fired enough rounds through it where all of this was, I mean, you could just tell. It just was like, man, what did I do? Did I damage the gun or something like that? And no, it didn't. It just brought it all back once I cleaned it up, and it really oiled it up real good. And I did as he said. He said buy that little yellow cloth, and he said after you do everything, he said just wipe down the whole gun with it. And which I did. I thought it was gonna leave it greasy, but it didn't. It just left it with a great grip. Your grip was still there. Everything was very, very nice. So I like this brand. Now I know you guys know it all. You know what's better, and y'all can tell me all kind of things about this gun and stuff. One thing I wanted to ask you all about, because I'm not sure, I don't know, and I'm not afraid to say I don't know. I don't know about the optics, like what is the best one to buy. Now I know you can end up spending $1,000 for one of these optics. I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go over 450 or something for an optic, but I want something that's not huge up here. I want something that sits kind of low with this here, that it doesn't look out of place with the gun. So if you can give me some advice on what kind of optic should I get for my new CZ Shadow 2 carry pistol? Recommend something nice makes it look very tactical and very nice. So it's a lot of things. Once you get a pistol, it's a lot of things that go with it. I know you got to get holsters, you got to get belts, you got to get, it's just like me buying a motorcycle. I mean, you don't just buy a motorcycle. You got to get jackets, you got to get helmets, you got to get gloves, you got to get boots. I mean, the list goes on and on. So that's what it is when you purchase a firearm. You have to get what you need to keep it right and keep it lubricated. Also, you got to get the correct holster. It ain't a one size fits all. I would never buy a generic holster for a gun that's wobbling and shaking around and it's easy for somebody to come along and snatch it out the holster on you. I always would get something that's custom fit for that particular firearm. So, well, I don't want to talk to y'all in a long time about this, but I will be making more videos about this. I will be talking about this a little more because I believe in my heart of hearts that you guys going to share and give me some advice about the do's and don'ts, how to handle this firearm. What are some of the upgrades that I can put on it that will make me happy? You heard me talking a little bit about the trigger. You heard me talking a little bit about what optic I should get and things like that. You heard me talk about the metal grips and how I think I would like a palm swell there. So with that in mind, I mean, I got most of my comments from you all coming from from my Cub Cadet. Y'all like that more. I love it too. But like I said, this is a new animal right here. So please give me your advice. Please like, comment, and subscribe on my videos. I try to answer you all when you talk to me, and I try to give feedback. I always appreciate anything you share with me. So please drop by anytime, and y'all have a beautiful night. And oh yes, please watch the fight Saturday night, Bud Crawford against Canelo. Let's see who's gonna come out on top, everyone. Peace.